Sup yo, for today's video we're going to be learning the nature of Vereathian and Yanvidian politics. Maybe the entire discussion might last around 5 minutes, don't take my word for it. I'd sit tight guys. The nature of Vereathian politics. Each bureaucrat has a base power of 70, if the issue is relating to their field, the bureaucrat's vote becomes 80. All bureaucrats have a voting power of 40 in elections, though the vice-chancellor and the chancellor has a base power of 80 and 40 in elections. To rise through the ranks like the social class, you need to understand that the Vereathian ranking system is a modified Fibonacci where it skips every other number, for example 1, 2, 5, 11 and so on. This diagram shows the ranks that can be achieved through attending events, while government positions must be elected. These are the modifiers which can affect your political power. These modifiers are stackable. Custom factors may be given by bureaucrats if given permission beforehand. This can be negative or positive modifiers. For example, our bureaucrat has violated Law Chapter 1, Section 3 attempted murder, which states, a failed murder is still a crime, even if there were no casualties or a few people nearly dead. Deducting 0.7 political factor for the next vote, since this law deducts 0.7 political factor for the next vote, this would make our bureaucrats base power 21. Explanation of Vereathian elections. The vice-chancellor and ministers are the people who can be elected. Elections follow a plurality system where if the candidate has the most votes out of all but does not achieve the absolute majority, they will still win the election. Votes are also weighted, meaning if you are a laborer your vote counts as 10, though as an engineer your vote will count as 50. Voting power is also influenced by your criminal record. Voting booths will be open on the day of the elections, and if you are an academic, you must vote at the academic booth. If you vote at the clerk booth you will be charged with voting fraud. Same goes if you vote more than once. As of March 31, 2025, there are two main political parties in Vereathia. The Vereathia Nationale, or VNP, and the Democratic People's Party of Vereathia, or DPPV, led by Amphibious Chair and Sacamano respectively. Machinists can form their own political parties where they need to give a description of their party, an overview on their policies, and where they are on the political compass. The nature of Yanvidian politics. Explanation of Yanvidian elections. The Yanvid Imperium takes one vote as one vote regardless of your social class. These elections are held for the position of Prime Minister, which previously was called elected official. The maximum terms the Prime Minister can serve are 3. There are 2 rounds to the elections. The first round holds X amount of candidates. The population can vote their favored candidate by reacting a check mark to their post. The second round takes the 3 most favored candidates and puts it to a final vote, where the candidate with the most votes will become the Prime Minister of Yanvid. Any type of campaigning is allowed unless it is disruptive to the other candidate. The Prime Minister elections are based off the plurality system like Vereathia. Yanvidian election parties. There is no dedicated channel for parties. It is optional to send what party you're running for during elections. During the February elections, there was a total of 11 candidates, but 4 were independent. Notable Yanvid parties. Our first party is the current ruling party. The Chicken Cheeseburger Party is led by Georock 2000, who won the March elections, but lost the duel against ICE 835 in the February elections. Our second party is the first Prime Minister's party, who resigned midway through his term. The Yanvid Imperium Imperialist Party is ICE 835's party, which won the February elections against the Chicken Cheeseburger Party through a duel. The Yanvid Imperium Meritocratic Party, which ran in the February elections and was run by Yes but lost the first round of the elections. The Yanvid Imperium National Committee Party is led by Zoe Gonzalo. The party was formed during the March elections and advanced to the second round, where it got 12 votes but lost to Girox's 16 vote. These are the four notable parties, and most likely, the candidates in the February and March elections were either affiliated with one of these parties or were independent. To rise through the ranks, you must attend events. The event hoster determines the amount of event points to be given. To continue rising the social ladder, you must have completed the compulsory military service, which takes 1 week. After that, you are given the choice to continue your military service or to return to civilian life. Houses function as noble families or influential factions, where one can be established only as a lord/lady. To join one, you must be a high-class citizen. You are permitted to be in only one house, and any military personnel who wish to join a house must be a knight/captain or higher. As of March 31, 2025, there are 2 houses, one being the House of Yanvid and the other being the House of Senju. House Yanvid is the house of the emperor and the head house of the imperium, while the House of Senju is a non-political house but rather a house centered around civilization building. To create a society, you must not be in ownership of a society, and you must not be in 3 or more societies. Within the first 3 days, you must get 2 other members to join your society. If not, your society is deleted. Thanks yo, you can leave my classroom now. I'd this like gone get 0 views, but why not? I'm bored. Happy New Year's, man.